Okay, we're recording.
Yay, it's working.
Yeah.
Take just a minute to think about our community. Who out there inspires you? Who out there makes you feel good? Who do you see out there doing good for others? Basically, who do you know who's awesome? The I'd Like You to Meet segment of the Lee Summit Town Hall podcast was created to not only let you answer those questions, but to give you the opportunity to celebrate these people by introducing them to all of us and telling us why you think they're an important piece of our hometown. The following conversation features Amy Johnson introducing us to Aubrey Newell.
So I'm so glad to be here with you today, Aubrey Newell.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yes. And so I am excited just because I like hanging out with you because I think you're an amazing human.
Thank you.
I could talk about that for all day because I really do. I think of you as one of the most open-hearted people I know. And I know we talked a little bit last week when we were talking about doing this. And I said, like, I genuinely don't even have to know you, like, completely, like, hang out with you all the time to know that's what you're like, because you're just so authentic and it shows through in so many ways. So thank you for being you.
Thank you.
And foremost. And then the other thing that made me want to have this chat with you today is because I am a huge fan of Aubreys Kitchen, which you have brought to life. And so I came to know about it because my daughter, Carly, who's friends with your son, Jared, had told me, Mom, Aubrey's doing this really cool thing called Aubrey's Kitchen. We should do breakfast. And so the way I know about Aubrey's Kitchen is that you made breakfast that we came and got and delivered or brought home to give to our family and have breakfast together as a family a few weeks ago. Yes. And it was delicious. And I want to know more about it and why you created Aubrey's Kitchen. So would you be willing to tell us? What's your why and what's your how and what's going on there with Aubrey's Kitchen?
Whole thing. So yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me. And I love talking to you. It comes very natural, even if we don't see each other for a long time. It is just like, next thing you know, it's an hour and a half on the phone. So I love talking to you as well. Aubrey's Kitchen, like, I've always enjoyed cooking. That's always been a very natural thing for me, and I love creating in that way. And I've always valued the time for our family around the table. Dinner time has always been important for me, like as our kids were growing up, to create that space for our children. No matter what we had going on, that was something that we tried to find time to do. So when we became vegetarian 5 years ago, it was a little difficult when we would like go out to eat somewhere to find something that we could eat, but we could usually manage. But once we switched over to vegan, that is when it became really difficult for us to enjoy a meal out, and to find things that we really liked, especially locally. We could find things in Kansas. There's quite a few vegan options about a half hour away, or in Kansas City as well. So in Lee Summit, there are not a lot of great vegan options. So I kind of started making the food and exploring vegan cooking, which was totally foreign to me. I grew up on a farm. So vegan cooking was completely foreign to me. So it started out of necessity, really. And then once I became comfortable with it and really started figuring out how to make great food that tasted really good with the flavors we were used to, and realizing that I had a gift for it, which I wasn't so sure of in the beginning. Yeah. Once I got that, then it was kind of like, okay, I want to create that for other people. And also want to, and I also had my family like saying, Mom, you could sell this. Mom. I mean, they were, especially my kids, they were very much behind me. And then I would try out food on my neighbors who are not vegan or vegetarian. So, but I also like the idea of creating that thing through food and passing it on to other people. That is really important to me, just as it was in my home. Like the fact that I create that, like that your family came and you got that breakfast and then you sat at home and had that time together and a lot of great conversations and things, especially with children, they are created through that time at the table. So to me, I love providing that to other people and also creating. So
I love that. So how does Aubrey's Kitchen work right now then? How do people get, I know how I got the food. Is that is that the best way? Is that, tell how that works.
The best way is really through Facebook. I also have an Instagram page, but the Facebook page is Aubrey's Kitchen. And right now, just since I started up in November, I am taking it slow and starting gradually with that. So that has been the best way, is through there. And then people just contact me with, I usually put out a menu every week and they contact me with what they would like to order. And then we figure out what day they would like delivery or if they want to meet up or whatever works for them. So that's the best. Yeah.
I love that. So so when we did that, it was so easy. We just told you what we wanted. We had a couple of options and we came and picked up food. And then we just, like you said, we just sat around the table, took it home and sat around the comfort of our own table and ate it. It was so easy.
Right.
So nice.
Right.
And we're a family that's mixed. We have a vegetarian and a vegan, and then those of us who aren't. And so it's like, it was nice. We all loved it and we could all eat together. So it was great.
Yeah.
I love that. So I could see your face kind of light up when you talk about giving people the opportunity to eat this good food together as a family. And I can only imagine that's what excites you about this, but what do you?
It is. There are a few things that really excite me about it. I'm really happy with the reaction that I have received from people. That has been, because it's one thing for your kids to like say, "Hey, Mom, you could sell this food." That, they're supposed to say that now. So to get the reaction and to have the customer base already that I do, and I get such great feedback from them, that excites me. It excites me to create new things. When I nail something and I create a new recipe, and sometimes that takes me a while. And when I get it right and I know it's right, I am like I just can't wait to share it. Mm-hmm. But it also excites me, you kind of touched on it a little bit, the fact that your entire family is not vegan or vegetarian. And I have a lot of friends that are that way. And then I also have customers who order from me and like maybe their husband isn't, but they are. And when they will write to me and say, "Hey, my husband said he would switch to vegan for this." Like that is like huge to me. Whenever I can show people that you don't have to sacrifice flavor, you don't have to sacrifice good food, like being vegan. Like I think sometimes that is maybe a negative connotation that comes with being vegan. Like, what do you eat? Like water and cardboard? Like, I think, we've all seen the memes. There's tons of stuff out there about how like you eat nothing, but you can have food that is amazing flavor. And I love to create that and to show that to people who aren't vegan, because if I can win them over to seeing that, then I know I can, I can pretty much.
I love that you're open to kind of reaching lots of different types of people. And I think that the common thread is like that magic sauce that you put in your cooking, which is probably love. Because I just imagine, I hear you saying that cooking came natural to you and that you enjoy it. And I think that was one thing, just knowing you a little bit. And that's one thing I'd want everybody in our community to know as they were ordering. Like, I just can't imagine you making a meal and not putting that magic ingredient of love and goodness in it. So just makes it, it's yummy and it feels good.
Yep.
It's really good. I love that.
I agree.
Is there anything that you didn't get a chance to say that you want people to know about you or about Aubrey's Kitchen or about how you want them to connect with you? Anything at all?
They can go to the Facebook page and connect with me there, and my cell phone number is on there as well. So that is really the best way. And just, I would just want people to be, even if you're not vegan, be open to trying it. Like I put a lot of pictures out there so that people can see how great it looks, and the flavor definitely matches the pictures. So yeah, I would just say be open to trying it, even if you aren't vegan. That would be the biggest thing.
I love that. I love that. Well, thank you so much for sharing a little bit about your story and for sharing about Aubrey's Kitchen. I'm so glad that you're here in our community. It's
Thank
amazing.
you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you for having me. I always love talking to you.
So much fun. Bye, Aubrey.
Bye.
Have someone in mind you think is worth celebrating and who the entire community should know? Go to meet.linktoleesummit.com for details and links to record and submit your own segment of our community podcast. Link to Lee Summit is your only local news source unapologetically and explicitly focused on news and conversations from Lee Summit, Missouri. The Lee Summit Town Hall podcast is available on most of your favorite podcast apps, as well as YouTube, and at linktoleesummit.com. The Lee Summit Town Hall podcast is hosted by Nick Parker and is a proud production of Fredcasts. Think, speak, act.